Yeah, friends, thank you so much for coming tonight to Jackie's incredible senior presentation. I've been very blessed to have the opportunity to introduce Jackie tonight. I've known Jackie probably since middle school, right? Yeah, probably middle school, helping out with the PE class. I think that's, and you've taken several, she's highly intelligent, she's taken several college classes, and a couple for me, right? Yes. 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 Without further ado, though, this is your stage, and this is your time to shine and share your family. So, without further ado, let's give Jackie a round of applause.
Hello, good evening, everybody. My name is Jacqueline Mendoza, and this is my senior presentation. To start off, I want to talk about my extracurricular activities. I've done a couple, some being concessions, volleyball, Raza Latina Club, mini mentors, and the National Honor Society. The two main ones that I'm going to talk about today are volleyball and National Honor Society. This year, I decided to step out my comfort zone and join volleyball, and it was the best experience of my life. I got to play with my sister Janet, a couple of cousins, and I made new friends. And I also got to play with my two friends, Andrea and Isa. It was a really fun sport. I got to travel with my friends. I got really close with the other players, and overall, it was just a really fun experience. I also got accepted into the National Honor Society, and the National Honor Society is basically an organization it's an organization that where you get invited to if you're able to maintain a GPA of a minimum of 3.5. And to me, it's a big accomplishment because it shows that I was able to maintain a high GPA throughout my whole high school career. Some leadership roles that I've done, I was Apple Blossom Arch Bearer last year. I was also in the second tiara. I did homecoming refreshment with some of my friends. I also volunteered for the special needs class, and I was teacher assistant for the elementary library and an office. I volunteered for the special needs class. I started this last trimester with Miss Picton. Me and my friend Andrea decided to step out and do something like we didn't want to do. We wanted to do Mrs. Holidays or Miss Stevenson, but we were like, you know what, let's try something new. And we decided to volunteer, and it was the best experience of our lives. We got really close with the students, we made a bunch of new memories, and it was just a really fun time that I had to spend with them. I also became a TA for the elementary library and front office. With the elementary library, I got a TA for Mrs. Griffith. That was my first time stepping into the elementary library. It was a really fun time. I struggled a little bit getting used to the whole library situation, but it was really fun. I got really close with all the kindergartners there. I got to meet with them. I got to spend time with them. It was just a really fun time. I also TA for Mr. Little. It was really fun. I'm now TA for Mr. Daniel, and it's really nice having to go out, get signatures, talk to all the teachers, and just have a good time. Throughout my high school career, I did a couple community service hours. I did over 50 community service hours, and some of the ones that I'm going to talk about today are filling and writing Easter eggs and becoming part of the Apple Blossom Arch Fair. When I filled out the eggs, I was a little nervous because it was my first community service connection that I was going to do. I did it with a couple friends. It was really fun. I got to talk. It was just a really fun time. I also got to hide them, and it was just really nice seeing all the little kids look for them, run around, have a big smile on their face, and it just showed that I did a really good thing for them. We also got to step up and go to another place because the students that were supposed to help over there didn't go. So we had to quickly drive over there and hide them as quick as we could. I also got to join the Apple Blossom Arch Fair with a couple of my friends. I don't have a picture here, I think I have it in the other one, but it was just a really fun time. I got really close with all the kindergartners. I also got really close with royalty. So it was just a really fun time. Throughout my high school career, I did a couple of college classes. My two favorite being the CWU Finite Math with Ms. Sorensen and Public Speaking with Mr. Fournier. CWU Finite Math helped me a lot. It helped me understand how to fill out taxes, how to write checks, how to send out mail, and all these things that I was going to need throughout once I graduated high school. I wasn't a really big fan of math. That class made me love math as much as I do now. It taught me a lot of useful information. same with public speaking with Mr. Forney. It was a really fun class. He's such a goofy teacher, and I love him so much. He taught me how to be able to present in front of a huge crowd like this. So I'm really grateful that I got to be in that class with him. I also want to talk about being able to receive my residency certification. Basically, you take a stamp test, and if you receive all 4 credits, you get the certification. I would also receive a medal when I graduate and a little stamp on my diploma showing that I'm bilingual in both English and Spanish. Some traffic preparations that I took anatomy with Mr. Hallison and a couple friends. I also did biology. I passed my first aid course. I did my network interview with Agustin Venegas, and I also got to interview some freshmen. Anatomy was a little scary at first. I didn't have any friends, so I was like, do I really want to do this? But I'm not. But I decided to take the shot, and I made new friends. I also got to stitch the banana right there with Yuli and Betsy, which is really fun. I'm now dissecting a cat at the moment. It's a really hard time. We're having a hard time just because it's a really fat cat. There's a lot of fat you have to go through, and we're just opening up the muscle. So let's see how it goes once we go deeper in. I also got an interview with Agustin Venegas. He was a really nice guy. The whole time I felt like we were having a conversation about what I really want to do when I graduate. He taught me a lot about being a pediatric nurse. He gave me a lot of advice. He also referred me to Lakeland Health. He told me that they were about to open a pediatric nursing situation there, and that he was happy to refer me if I do continue with this pathway. So some next steps that I'm wanting to take, I want to go to Wenatchee Valley College to join the associate's degree in nursing, and if they're gonna help me with some basic nursing things, so like drawing blood, taking blood pressure, and all these things, and helping me get some service hours with other hospitals and just helping me out a lot with that. Oh, and I want to become a pediatric nurse. I forgot to mention that. I want to give a big thanks to all the staff members. The 2 hardest things about this whole thing was finding pictures for my presentation and putting down who I wanted to thank. So just because you guys aren't here doesn't mean I'm not thankful for each one of you guys. I would like to start off with Ms. Wagner. Thank you for always being there for me. You were a really great teacher. I really like having you as my advisor my junior year. Even if you didn't understand the course, you always helped me. And I really enjoyed having you. I know that I can always rely on you if I ever want to talk to someone. I would like to thank you a lot. I would also like to thank Mr. Little. I didn't know him as much this year. So I got really close with him when I became a TA for him. I also struggled a lot with my FAFSA this year, so I was always in his office every day. I would come up, I would go with my mom, and he just helped me out a lot. We celebrated when we finished, and we accomplished my FAFSA thing, so thank you very much for that. I know that I can always go into your office if I ever need more help. I would also like to thank Ms. Sorensen. She's not in the room right now, but she was my advisor my freshman, sophomore, and senior year. She was always there for me from the beginning. She pushed me to be the person that I am today. She helped me a lot to maintain my high grades, and I'm really appreciative to have her in my life. I also want to thank everybody that is here with me today. Mami, te quiero dar las gracias por siempre estar en mi vida, por siempre apoyarme en todo lo que hice y por ayudarme cuando estuvimos en unas situaciones que no quise estar. Te quiero dar las gracias por siempre cuidarme, y aunque discutimos a veces, quiero que sepas que te quiero mucho. Papi, también te quiero dar gracias a ti. Sé que hemos discutido a veces, no te digo siempre esto, pero te quiero mucho. Te quiero dar las gracias por no hacerme nada difícil y por enseñarme las cosas que sé hoy. Y sé que cuando ocupe ayuda en el futuro, te puedo hablar, pues ocupa unos productos de plomería o electricidad. También le quiero dar las gracias a Janet y a Kiara. Thank you guys for being there with me. I want to thank you guys for always making me laugh. And even when I'm mad at you guys, I want you guys to know that I love you so much. También le quiero dar las gracias a mi madrina y mi padrino. Muchas gracias por siempre estar ahí por nosotros. Cuando nos ocupamos en nuestros momentos difíciles. Y quiero que sepan que los quiero mucho.
quiero mucho. Quiero que sepan que la quiero mucho y me dio unos valores maravillosos y quiero que sepan que los tengo. I also want to thank all my friends for being there with me throughout my whole high school years. And if it wasn't for them, I would be able to be here today. I would specifically want to thank my son Mercedes. You guys were always there with me through all my tough times ever since I got here. And thank you everybody for coming to my senior presentation. I love you guys.